Hey, beautiful Cancer, Leo, Cusp. Welcome into the Mystical Soul Tribe. Yeah, if April felt a lot like things were shifting, breaking down, or maybe even pushing you to make some changes. Okay, well, May is here where things start to make sense. Okay, but I'm hearing not in a slow, quiet way. It's going to be in a way where you start seeing why things had to change and maybe where your life is actually trying to go next. This month feels like a mix of emotional depth, grounded decisions, and unexpected opportunities are opening up. So things is definitely moving forward here. Yes, we are starting the month with the full moon in Scorpio, and this is deep. This brings emotions that you've been holding in, truths that you cannot ignore anymore, and things that need to be released for real this time. So right at the beginning of the month, something may come to the surface that really changes how you feel about a situation, perhaps especially in love or something to do with personal connections. Then as we move into the first half of May, the energy is shifting into Taurus, with Mercury moving into Taurus. And yeah, it was in Aries, all right? And we also have the new moon in Taurus as well, and we're also in Taurus season. The new moon in Taurus will be the 16th, and this is where things start to ground, all right? So yeah, after all that fire and intensity that happened in April, this is where you may be being asked, what do I actually want to build now? What this is going to be about, like your stability, your money, long-term decisions, and just creating something that feels secure. Now, at the same time, there's still movement happening underneath. Around mid-month, we have Mars connecting with Chiron. So this can bring up old wounds, all right? I'm hearing not to hurt you. I mean, you know how it goes when old wounds come up, is to show you what still needs healing before your next step, right? And then things really open up because, the second half of May, things are moving into Gemini. We're moving into a lot of Gemini energy where Mercury is moving into Gemini. The Sun enters Gemini. We're moving into Gemini season. And I mean, we've got Mercury that's in Gemini connecting with Uranus in Gemini. So this is where things can shift very quickly with regarding to sudden ideas, unexpected conversations, opportunities that come out of nowhere, perhaps. For some of you, this could even be something online. It could be communication based, or maybe it's just something that you didn't plan at all. Okay. But yeah, end of the month, we are closing out the month with the full moon in Sagittarius. And this feels like expansion, some sort of realization, a moment where you see the bigger picture of your life. It's like everything that you've been going through finally clicks. Just bringing it all together for you before we dive into the Cultics Cross, my beautiful Cancer, Leo, Cusp. Again, thank you for hitting that like button. Those of you that do leave comments, even if it's just an emoji. May is going to feel like emotional truths are coming up, grounding and building something real, something to do with unexpected shifts and opportunities. And I'm hearing a bigger vision opening up for your life. So this is going to be a month where things start aligning, but you're also being asked to move differently. All right, let's dive into the Cultics Cross. Spirit, angels, ancestors, all the highest light and good, please come through for our beautiful Cancer Leos for the month of May, from the core energy all the way until the outcome. Five of Swords in the core. Seven of Wands in your challenging position. Queen of Roses. Wheel of Fortune. High Priestess. That core energy. Fives could really be significant because I did see, I'm seeing the double five energy change. Five of Swords. Yeah, this is going to be the soul weather as we enter the month. So, yeah, right at the center of your energy, Five of Swords. Yeah, this doesn't feel light. We're not going to sugarcoat this, right? Conflict, tension. Maybe even walking away from something that just doesn't feel right anymore. Yeah, we're going to have that Scorpio full moon energy in the beginning of May, the 1st of May. Even though we move into that Scorpio energy end of May, end of April, and we have on the 1st of May the full moon energy. Already, Uranus did go into Gemini. I'm getting something about emotional truth coming up. It looks like the argument is finished. Like if this is an argument, I'm hearing something about red flags. I mean, look, there's nobody standing here. It's just a helmet. All the swords are laying it to rest. The flag is up. And the flag is not even white. It's not peace, all right? It's like a red flag. Pay attention to red flags. Maybe for some of you, this is going to be like you realizing I can't keep doing things the same way anymore. Maybe communication the same way anymore. Maybe there's going to be a situation where you felt misunderstood, or maybe it's going to be a dynamic where communication broke down, or maybe this is internal conflict within yourself about something. Yeah, this card isn't necessarily about loss. It's something about either the mind or communication. I'm hearing something about clarity through contrast. You will be seeing clearly now, I'm hearing, okay? But change is happening in your energy. Something to do with boundaries here with the Seven of Wands in your crossing position. It's like, okay, and this makes a lot of sense, all right? Because you're in the space of, I need to maybe stand my ground, perhaps on people with regards to the way they communicate or the way you communicate. Something here. This is boundaries. This is like you needing to stand in your ground, okay? See how this dragon is quite defensive here with all this fire. It's almost like these ones. Are they poking at the dragon, or is it the dragon's? Yeah. Right. I feel like you're not going to be backing down anymore. Yeah, I think also with all that Aries energy that's still active from April going into May, perhaps this is you being pushed into a position to defend your position, to protect your energy, all right? Stop also over explaining yourself. Maybe you feel maybe it feels like pressure, but I'm hearing it strengthening you. At the root here, we have the Queen of Roses. This is the bonus card in this deck. I'm hearing this is your heart, your sensitivity, your emotional depth. Cancer, Leo, Cusp, you feel everything, And I mean, here's fire here as well. All right. There's roses. Perhaps your emotions can get fiery sometimes. You feel everything, okay? And what I'm seeing is here, maybe you've been giving and giving, maybe even giving emotionally in some sort of situation, okay, whatever this is for you. But I'm hearing the question is, who's holding you? So this is like a deep emotional awareness. Perhaps this is even going to connect to the full moon in Scorpio right in the beginning. This is where your emotions can no longer be ignored. But in the past year, something has already shifted in the past or recently. Look how she's blindfolded. She doesn't take note that the wheel's already turned. What is that there? Is that a horse? It's almost like one of these Egyptian things. There's a snake here. Although the sun is poking out the clouds on both sides. Mm-hmm. I just heard Aquarius energy. Something about Aquarius. Okay. Something about a cycle that already turned, but perhaps you didn't see it happen. Something had that already changed direction. Maybe you try to hold on to it without realizing it, or hope that it would go back to how it was. Yeah, there's something here about a chapter that has moved, done and dusted. And May is where you stop. It's time to start looking back at the wheel and maybe start asking, where is it taking me now? The main focus or your conscious focus here is the high priestess. The letter B or J could be significant, doesn't have to be. As you've noticed, most of my cards doesn't have the B and J on here. It just could be just energy. I'm hearing specifically letter J is significant. Okay. This is where your awareness is right now. Okay, so you already know, and that's the thing, all right, that you don't actually need confirmation, you don't need validation. I'm hearing your intuition is very loud, all right. Yeah, with Mercury moving through Taurus, and then it's going to be moving into Gemini, all in this month, happening this month. Okay, you may not need to. You may just start to understand things more clearly, see hidden truths. Maybe you might even pick up on things people are not saying. Yeah. And this is maybe where this is you maybe being very inward, like very aware, very spiritual connected. And your near future here is the Ten of Wands. Now, this is quite interesting. This part is very important because things are shifting, but there's also a sense of carrying a lot. I mean, those fire ones look heavy, right? And look how she's side eyeing behind her. Is she protecting these ones from somebody? Or is she like wondering who's going to help me carry this? Can go either way. But yeah, carrying a lot. Responsibilities, emotional weight, mental pressure. This could be you, all right? Trying to hold everything together, wondering who's going to come help you out here, take off the load. Maybe you doing more than you should be doing at maybe your workplace or something. Somewhere you're doing more than you should be doing, or maybe you feel like it has to be all on you. But I mean, check out she's checking behind her or looking towards someone is like, come help me out, please. Take some of this load here. Perhaps this is the Taurus energy mid-month is where you're building something real. Maybe you're working really hard and it requires effort. And maybe also the message at the same time is, okay, you're working hard to create something real, but at the same time, hey, don't carry other people's BS as well. Don't carry things that's not yours, okay? Like, those people, like, when you're at companies and they pretend they cannot do the work, or maybe they get hired to do the work and then they don't know what the F they're doing, and then you have to take on the load. Fixing other people's mistakes. Hey, take what resonates. This is you moving to calmer waters. This Six of Swords, moving on, even if it's not loud, even if it's not dynamic, you're quietly choosing peace, emotional attachments, leaving behind chaos, choosing yourself. I love this for you because this is growth. Perhaps you're hoping to move soon. Perhaps you're moving into winter, depending on where you are in the world, moving out of winter. This is the external energies around you, is the moon energy, Cancer energy. This is your energy here, Cancer energy, Pisces energy. All right, what I'm hearing is the external energy around you, things may actually be very unclear. People around you are maybe confusing. Some people are going through things and maybe they are emotional. Maybe someone is not being fully honest, or there's some situations that just feel uncertain, okay? Maybe with all the water energy earlier, yeah, and then we got Gemini shifts. We got still something happening in the Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer. There's a mix of deep feelings, unclear communication. Hey, we've got 2 full moons as well that is happening in the month, okay? And some people don't even realize how the moon cycles affect them, especially on full moons and new moons. Deep feelings, unclear communication, but I'm hearing trust your intuition during this, even if not everything is as it seems, okay? Perhaps, yeah, with all the energy that is happening, okay? Now, your hopes and fears here is the Emperor. Wow, my ear's just ringing now. The left one. So, what do you want? And what are you afraid of? You want stability. You want something solid. You want something real. You want something you can rely on. And at the same time, there's a fear of losing control or things not going as you planned. Normally when my ear rings, a message will be coming in, or someone is talking about me and just something comes to light, a conversation. Okay. What does it mean when your ear rings? What confirmations do you get when your ears ring? Okay. Your ears could be ringing. Yeah, there's some sort of fear about losing control or things not going as you planned. Somebody that is in boss energy, authority figure, Aries energy, strong masculine energy. You're craving structure, but also learning how not to force things. Okay, let's have a look at the outcome. Remember, take what resonates and leave the rest, beautiful souls. This is your May reading here. But look at this dude here. Did you pay attention to him? Yeah, he doesn't look very happy sitting there. Alrighty, and this dude here, this King of Pentacles. Check the facial expressions on the dudes, on the masculine energies on these cards is hilarious. The side eyes, the side eyeing in this cards. I mean, she's side eyeing, she's side eyeing, she is side eyeing. This one's facial expression. This one, look here. I mean, even this one's turning to the side. They're like, I'm going to bite in that apple. And this dude is like side-eyeing here. My pentacle. All right. So your outcome is the devil, okay? But we're clarifying by the King of Pentacles. And this is quite powerful because it's showing attachment patterns or something that feels hard to release. Okay, that is the devil, something that needs to be released, patterns, or whatever that is, okay? Attachments and patterns, something needs to be released, clarified by the King of Pentacles. So this doesn't necessarily have to be negative, okay? Something about a strong financial opportunity and maybe a powerful connection, something very grounded, but I'm hearing intense. Okay, what I'm getting here is also just be mindful of what you're attaching yourself to, because this could either be something that builds your stability or something that keeps you stuck. Okay, so this is going to be about a conscious choice. So beautiful souls, my Cancer Leos, just be mindful. May is not surface level month, okay? Emotional truth, boundary setting, letting go of old cycles, moving towards something that is more stable. That's what I'm feeling like. Letting go of maybe addictions, perhaps, or patterns, something like that. Yeah, I'm hearing that you're being asked to do whatever this is for you, to do it with awareness. All right, let's get a final message out here. We're going to be pulling out here from the She Is. Okay, these tarot cards, for anybody that wants to know, the Witchy Magic Tarot, my daughter got them for me. And yeah, we're going to get a final message out here. Thank you for liking the videos, beautiful souls. I appreciate it. Okay, invisible was left behind. Invisible, fog. I feel those are going to be your two messages. Interesting. So fog, normally I've been pulling only one for each club sign, but you the second one, I'm doing two. All right, spirit led. Invisible, a card about invisibility, sometimes chosen. But deep down, there's often a desire to be seen, about the tension between safety and visibility. Some questions you can sit and ask yourself here, beautiful souls. In what situation do I feel invisible? When do I want to stay unnoticed? When do I want to stay unnoticed? And when does it begin to suffocate me? You can pause this and write this down. Ask yourself these questions. Sit with this for a little bit. The second one here is the fog. Fog symbolizes a state where the inner voice becomes uncertain and the direction unclear. It's a space between knowing and not knowing, between stillness and movement, where the answer hasn't yet appeared. It's important not to rush clarity, but to allow myself just be. Sometimes in the fog, understanding is born. Where am I now? In fog, vagueness, or uncertainty. What is it like to just be in the state without looking for answers right now? What do I feel when nothing is happening? Beautiful souls. You can sit with those two cards for a moment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that like button. I'm seeing double twos, 14, and I'm seeing 15 and 14. That could really be significant, and double twos could be significant. Also, I'm seeing 15:15 on the clock, the time. Just hit 15:15 now. So that could be significant for someone, even 15:14. Really could be significant. Perhaps even the number 66 could be significant for some of you. Perhaps you've been seeing the angel number 66. Maybe it's on a number plate somewhere. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you love and light. Thank you for liking this video, leaving comments, being subscribers, and hey, I'll check you around the next one.